Welcome everyone to a new and very short update of the markets. And today we're not going to discuss Bitcoin, we're going to discuss three altcoins. Verasity, Fantom and Harmony. And we're going to look at a few levels that are important for those altcoins, as most have seen a heavy correction taking place on the market. But before we're going to continue, do not forget to subscribe beneath, like this YouTube update, subscribe to our newsletter, as tomorrow the first newsletter will be out completely free, the first three issues, and we're going to do 3 per week. So you can just check it out, see whether it's something for you, but I think it's going to include some very nice alpha for you guys to work with. Also, do not forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, where you can find daily content on the markets. First one up here, Verasity. We've had a very harsh corrective move, and there's another thing that is very important to watch, which is that the 1618 Fibonacci level once again has given a nice target point, after which the price has been correcting. In our group, I've been selling Verasity in that region. We are going to release the staking portfolio also beginning next week in our platform. So if you want to become a member, check out the website. But the 1618 is ultra nice to use in terms of trading, in which you can start using that as a guideline to take profits when price is going to price discovery. In this case, price has corrected heavily since, as we've had a correction of 40% already since the previous all-time high. And then usually you will get into a period of interest where you can start looking for potential entry points. So in this case, we've had this green zone where we bounced from. We've had this beautiful bounce here also, given that news came out about the partnership with Axie Infinity. But right now the trend is south. So the levels that you're looking at is historical price action based on previous resistances. So this is the first area that becomes a point of interest for Verasity here. The second one is this entire order block. I do not believe we're going to drop even below that level, because that would be a market structure that is completely destroyed. So in terms of continuation upwards, I assume that the correction all the way towards those regions are completely fine. And if we're going to go even lower, I think the Bitcoin is going to have a harsh correction to somewhere in the 40Ks. Otherwise, I do not assume that we go that deep. So ultimate chances for Verasity are currently here, in which the levels are clearly given. Yes, we've had a bounce already, and when we look at lower time frames, we are still seeking for a higher low to take place here, in which we can use the 5.8 level to 5.5 as a potential higher low to be created here. So you can start accumulating in these regions, assuming that a new run might start off, and that new run could be giving us a rally all the way towards 15 cents or maybe even higher. And talking about coins that are dipping heavily and might be a point of interest, one of them is Fantom, in which you can see that we had a beautiful retest of the previous high. And we've also come to the level that I found interesting in the first place, which is this entire region around 195. We dipped a little bit lower, in which the chances are still there that we might be dipping even further. And I just said it with Verasity too. If the market is going to dip further, we might be getting a beautiful retest of some sweet spot, which is for Fantom around $1.45. If that level is going to be hit, I think we're done with this correction, as this one is also correcting almost 50% already since the previous all-time high. It gives you a signal that you should be taking profits if something starts to run up, but you should also realize that nothing goes up in a straight line. And if you want to get into an altcoin, the levels that are given here are actually levels that you should be using to navigate yourself into the markets at this stage. We can see that retests happen all the time. We've also had one at 95 cents, and right now we're going to experience one at 166.2, or we might even have finished already. So the region to take those entries is given here in green. What is most likely to take place on Fantom 2? Well, if the level is going to be lost here, then we're probably retesting the region once again here, which Bitcoin is going to have a retest of the lows too. If that stays as support, we are going to have continuation taking place here, in which another run is very likely to happen. What are target points for Fantom? In that case, the most simple form is using Fibonacci extension to derive that take profit, which is around $4.50 towards $5. Final one, which is one that shows the most strength at this point, it is Harmony. Beautiful retest has been taking place here, after which we retest some beautiful order blocks too. I've given those levels as point of interest when we were here. Another 40% correction or even close to 50% correction on an altcoin, and now we're bouncing up heavily. So what is next for Harmony at this point? Continuation seems very likely. It seems very likely that we're going to have another run towards 50 cents or maybe even $1 if this one starts to accelerate quite fast and the market, in this case Bitcoin, is just going to have some consolidative periods before it continues to run. If we're looking at the lower time frame, we are also seeking for a higher low to take place here. You don't want to rush into any position at all when it comes to trading, right? So you're looking for a higher low to take place anywhere in this region, as then we create a support resistance flip of this order block too. Very easy setup. If it's lost, we're going to take a test of the support lower once again. But if this is going to take or hold at this point, we are going to have continuation on the markets. Very short update today. I hope you have enjoyed it. Harmony to $1 might be possible. Verasity to $1. I think it's still it's way too high, but towards 15 to 20 cents is possible. Fantom towards $5 also possible. Are these altcoins into opportunities right now? I think they are, and I think that if you want to get into the markets, and I've said it earlier this week too, it is a beautiful time to buy the dip. I'll see you again tomorrow for the live stream. I'll see you again tomorrow for some fresh updates. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.